White lines. I hear voices when I paint. I'm not hallucinating, I only hear my inner voice, but it is multiple. Of course, this inner voice guides me through the labyrinth of my thoughts. It is also an echo of the voices of others who claim beauty. And there is the voice of the canvas that I paint. The canvas tells me, finally you chose simplicity, a few white lines on a pale background. It was not always so. Let me remind you that first you used me to represent the eternal return. You may have covered it with paint, but its traces will remain forever memorized in my woven threads. I answer him, the eternal return. I made this idea my own, which I had read in Thus Spake Zarathustra. I was inspired by it. I wanted to represent it by entwined spirals. The attempt failed. I didn't like this painting when it was finished. It was too literal, too heavy, too loud. The canvas. What did you do then? Me. For years I hoped I would come to terms with this painting, that I would find qualities in it. This didn't happen. I then decided to make this image disappear as one tries to forget a bad memory. The canvas. I remember having suffered your violent blows when you destroyed this image. You came close to piercing me while sanding. The storm passed. I witnessed your attempts to reach another pictorial destination. Me. At first I wanted to use large gestures to compose a contrasting, colorful, balanced, well-molded painting. But I heard contradictory voices. Some told me it was dark and confused. Others said it was assertive and powerful, but none mentioned beauty. There is no end, I told myself. I will never be able to satisfy all these voices. The canvas. It was at that moment, wasn't it, that you took me off the easel and laid me out on the concrete floor of your studio? Me. That's it. A third attempt to make of you, O canvas, a painting that I could display with pride. On the ground, my knees on the hard concrete, I rediscovered the simplicity of the worker who does what he has to do without listening to the voices around him. I smoothed a white plaster with a large spatula, hence the lines you wear. The concrete of the floor being honeycombed, the result of an old use of de-icer in this space which was once a garage. My smoothing in white left bluish atmospheric stains. The canvas. Have you finished? Me. Not quite. Voracious impulses led me to repossess you with sharp shapes and bright colors, but I had the patience to wait for appeasement. I then smiled at the good fortune that had given me this bluish background, and I told myself that I am the one who draws lines.